Okay, so we are up and running, and so excited to see you guys. I want to kind of get back here out of the light. I am so excited to have just come off of an elite retreat, and guys, it was just incredible. And I just can't wait to for you guys to. So many of these faces will be there next. What month is this? March. So, of course, Steve and Lisa Cox just rolled out the red carpet for us. They took us to the most amazing restaurants, to see the band yesterday, which, oh my gosh, you bring out the 80s and the 80s girl brings it out. How about that? And we just had so much fun with all that. But guys, it was just about, I learned how to meditate. And I was just telling Brian about it. And so I'm excited for a lot of you to learn how to do that because, my brain just kind of goes all over the place sometimes. And when it does, when you meditate, you learn how to bring it back in when you feel it going away. And it's just 10 minutes long. But I can tell you that I told Lisa this morning at breakfast, I said, I'm 52 and I'm just now learning all these amazing things. And so I'm super excited about that. And the app is called, she said it today on the call, but it's called Headspace. If you guys want to download that app, and it's a Australian gentleman that walks you through, and it's a different exercise each day of the week, but it's only 10 minutes long. And so we can do anything for 10 minutes and start out our day like that, right? But it's all about finding your inner peace and your inner core and just learning. It also teaches you not to sweat the small stuff. And, we all need that, right? So anyway, download that app, Headspace. And if you've never meditated before, which I had not, the first day that I did it for 10 minutes, I felt such a connection in my body, sitting in the chair, feeling each, as he described things, just feeling each one. And y'all know me, I'm the goofiest person that walks. And so you would think I would laugh through the whole thing or, find a way to make it funny or laugh about it. It wasn't. I mean, I was dead zoned in for that 10 minutes. And so I feel really good about the results. And we did it again this morning. And, so anyway, just if you guys are interested in just all the developing that we're doing, just download that app and do this journey with us and see if it's for you. Because I'm loving the 2 days worth. I can't wait till tomorrow morning when I do it in my home by myself. And I'm certainly going to teach Brian. I was just talking with him and telling him I have so much to tell him about this meditation. So anyway, with that being said, one of the things that we did last night was we kind of sat around the table and just kind of had some closing thoughts for the weekend because the Philly girls got up at 5 this morning and headed out, and they're just walking in the door, guys.
Literally, just
we kind of all held hands around the table. Lisa's got a love on her dogs. We all held hands around the table, and we knew that this was the last time it would be the 7 of us. And that next year would be 7 more, and we would all be, bringing those new people into this circle. So how does that sound? That we know for a fact that this is the last year that it's going to be 7 elites on Lisa's team, including Lisa, and that next year we're going to be having some of these lovely faces on this Zoom right now joining us and being a part of what we did. I've never, it was about yesterday, Lisa Corcoran and did my hair. She did my hair. I had a total glam squad all weekend. I mean, who doesn't want a glam squad, right? So we're learning about all these, it was just fun. There wasn't any training or any of that stuff. It was about relationships, and it was about bonding with, even further bonding with these people that you already know, love, and care about. And so I can't wait to love, bond, and care about you more next year. So how does that sound? Okay, so without further ado, what I'd like to do is introduce Lisa. We decided Missy would go first because you were just walking in the door, giving you a chance to settle in and all that stuff.
Thank
So,
you.
what I'd like to do is introduce my dear friend. And a couple of things I'd like for you to know about this lady is that I've known her for a very long time. And you know how you have that person in your life that um, you can say, uh, I could say, maybe be out of connection or be out of touch for a couple of days, and she knows something's wrong, and she calls and says, I'm on my way. That's that person. And like, when how when you have those people in your life that you can count on, like, that you can count on them. And that's rare. I mean, that's rare to have a relationship with someone that you know and love and care about so much, but has a spirit that's connected to your spirit. And Missy Carey is that person for me. She knows that I always tell her I can always count on you. And I can. And I mean, y'all, that's just something you can't find in just everyone. But she has an incredible light. She has an incredible story. And I can tell you that she's discovered things about herself just this week that is, I believe, you guys have seen what she's done in the thread. I guess you guys, I mean, when I said I know who the MVP is going to be, everybody kept saying, well, there's no big secret there. And so I can't tell you how proud I am of this girl, because this girl's a beast. She is a beast, and she's talented in so many ways. And I love her from the bottom of my heart. And it just brings me so much joy that she absolutely killed it this week. And I'm proud to introduce the Memphis Mafia MVP, is Miss Missy Carey. Take it away.
Well, thank you for making me teary-eyed already. I appreciate that so much. Hey, y'all, I am, for those of you that I don't know, I'm Missy Carey. I live in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and do not be jealous of this hairdo. This is called the Bam Bam, a.k.a. I went to bed with wet hair in St. Augustine, Florida last night and drove home to Gulf Shores, Alabama today. So that is what you get. And speaking of y'all, I have to tell you a quick, funny little story. Beth Shannon sent me a friend request yesterday and a message. And Beth, I hope you're on this call. She sent me a friend request and a message and said, I hope you'll approve my friend request. I'm so excited to hear from you tomorrow night. And, just a few sweet things. And I responded and said, thank you so much. I'm so excited about sharing with y'all. And she messaged me back something about my y'all. And I said, you know what? It is such second nature to me. I didn't even know that I said it. And she said, she's originally, I think she said from Virginia. And she said, I still say it every once in a while, but I'm not Southern enough to type it. So there's that. So I want to talk a little bit about what the change was for me this week, because I've been with Modere for a little over a year. I came from Walgreens like a lot of the other people on this call. And I've done the same thing. I mean, I've been, especially for the last 6 months, pretty consistent. I've done 2 90-day runs back to back, and the last 90-day run I did was the first one in my career that I've ever completed. And so I've done pretty consistent stuff. But one of the things that's different about Modere versus any company I've ever been with is that they really promote, I mean, particularly Justin Prince, you all know how big he is on doing lives. Well, that terrified me, absolutely terrified me. And I didn't know why. I didn't have any idea why I was so terrified to do live. So I went live for the first time back in probably October. And the first day that I did it, you know what? It was not October. It was actually about March or April of last year, because Dina was at my house the first time I went live. She was in my bathroom getting dressed. And I thought, I'm just going to impress her and I'm going to go live. And so I ran in my office and I went live. And it was probably, 10 seconds, but I did it. So then I didn't do it again for a long time. And in about October of last year, when I started the first 90-day run, I decided I was going to go live. And I went live. And I'm going to see if I can let y'all see. I'm going to put you right here. So I sat at my desk and I had my little hands folded like this because I was scared to death. And I went through the live. And the next day, I got a message from a very dear friend. And instead of her saying, oh my gosh, I saw your live and you did so good, she sent me a message and said, why are you so serious on your lives? And I was like, you just hurt my feelings and pissed me off all in one sentence. So Dina's dying. So I messaged her back and said, what do you mean? Why am I so serious? I mean, that really hurt my feelings because it was so hard for me to do. And she said, well, you're so serious, all with your arms crossed and just so professional. And I thought, what's wrong with being professional? So I went about my business and, she kiboshed the lives for me. That hurt my feelings so bad I didn't do any for a long time. And then every once in a while I'd do one. So do any of you out there have the perfection gene? Perfection gene? You feel like you have to be perfect if you're going to do something? Andrea, I see you. I have the perfection gene. So back when I was 18 years old, I started working in customer service at Federal Express. It was Federal Express back then. And I have been Missy all my life. My parents named me Melissa on my birth certificate so that they could call me Missy and I would have a fallback name if I ever didn't want to be Missy. So, but I am Missy. That's just who I am. Well, I started working at FedEx in customer service and all of a sudden I became Melissa because I thought I had to have this professional persona. So you hear me right now. This is me. This is who I am. I'm a Southern girl. I say y'all. Well, I got to FedEx at 18 years old, and all of a sudden I went from this to FedEx, Melissa Hale, how may I help you? Can anybody relate? So that's the professional, perfectionist persona that I have always carried since 18 years old. That's what my dear friend who said, why are you so serious on your lives? That's what she was seeing, was that professional Missy. So last week, we all know that lives are seen so much more than a Facebook post, or even if you just video yourself and post it on Facebook. We know that lives are the deal. So my lives previous to this week consisted of this. I wrote down what I was going to say, and then I videoed myself saying what I had written down, and then I critiqued what I had seen on the video, and I videoed again to perfect it, and then finally I went live. Can anybody relate to that? So I talked to a team member of mine this past Friday or Thursday, I don't know. She called and she said, what are you doing? And I said, well, let me tell you, sister, you and I are cut from the same cloth. So you may not want to hear this, but I'm a perfectionist. You're a perfectionist. Here's what I do to get ready for a live. And I've stopped doing that. And I told her what I do, and she said, ooh, I am not far off the mark there. So all of that said, I don't know what came over me, but I was talking to Paige Bingham about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I was telling her that the biggest thing I struggle with doing lives is that I go to the gym just about every day. I come home from the gym and I sit in my sweaty, gross workout clothes for the better part of the day. I do shower and try to get halfway presentable before my husband comes home from work. And my biggest problem with going live was what I look like. And she was like, girl, put on a hat and some lip gloss and go with it. And I said, okay. So that's what I did. So Monday of last week, I came home from the gym, and some of you may have seen my live, but it all started with a BioCell testimony. I had pulled my shoulder out of socket the Thursday before, and I drank a whole bottle of BioCell on Friday, and I literally went from Friday morning not being able to fasten my bra because I couldn't reach around to Saturday morning having full range of motion because I drank that bottle of BioCell. So I felt like I had really something to say. So Monday I got home from the gym. I jumped on Facebook. I didn't write anything down. Can you believe it? I didn't video myself. I jumped on Facebook with nothing but a ball cap and some lip gloss. I mean, no eyes, no nothing ball cap and lip gloss, still in my workout clothes, and I just started talking. And I talked like I was talking to a friend. I didn't try to be professional Melissa. I didn't try to be so serious. I just tried to be me. I did it again Wednesday. Y'all, after I did it that first time, it was so freeing. It was like, that was almost fun. So I did it again Wednesday, and then I did it again Friday. And I'm going to show you. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this list? These are the people that reached out to me because of my lives. That is the only change that I made. I was still adding 10 Facebook friends a day. I was still posting in groups. I was still following up with people I had been already in contact with. I was doing all the same stuff. The only difference that I made last week was I went live 3 times, and instead of trying to be Miss Perfection, I was just me. And I honestly feel like the moment my lives went from my head to my heart is the moment that my business changed. And I feel like I'm onto something here. I feel like people can relate. Maybe there's people out there that think, well, gosh, I can do what she just did. I mean, she just hopped on in her workout clothes and a ball cap and a little bit of lip gloss and talked like a normal person. She wasn't all polished and professional. So that I really believe is what changed my business last week. So I signed up 14 customers on BioCell last week, and Holly Parrott is a rock star on my team, and Holly has a very sustainable business. Her customer pod is giant, and every month I look at her team and her volume and her customer pod, and I think, what in the world is this girl doing? And so I talked to her about it, and she says, most of my customers are BioCell because it's the product that has done so many things for me. And then Paige and I were talking about BioCell last week and how when we all started, we kind of signed up. M3 was what was so hot, and we were selling M3 like hotcakes. But the difference between M3 and BioCell, and I'm not saying don't sell M3, it's a fabulous product. But the difference between M3 and BioCell is that BioCell's a stick and stay product. BioCell is one of those products that once they fall in love with it, they're going to use it forever. M3, they're going to lose their weight, and they might do the maintenance plan or they might do burn, but BioCell is a stick and stay product. And so I just thought, I am going to see how many BioCell customers I can get. So a lot of those customers I got last week are not new customers. They're old customers that were M3, that were trim and burn, that some of them hadn't ordered since like June of last year. But all of a sudden, I start getting these messages. Tell me about this collagen. I need to hear about this collagen. Tell me more about the collagen. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, my phone was blowing up all week. So one more little tip that I've started this week, and I don't really know. I don't have any results yet to share with you, but I know that I really follow what Bentley Good does. We all know that she is a rock star with customers, and her customer base is tremendous, and she treats her customers very well. She is very in touch with her customers a lot. So this week I made sure that every customer that either reordered or signed up as a new customer, I sent them a thank you note, I sent them referral cards, and I sent them a few little happies. I might have sent them a couple of packets of, let me just show you. So I put together these little gift bags, and like this one is going out to a brand new customer who ordered BioCell. So, I just made her a little thank you note, which I think some handwritten notes are very important. She'd mentioned that she really struggles with energy, and that she can't take anything that has caffeine. So I packed her up a couple of little Revitalize. She mentioned that she has real trouble with her gut. So of course, packed her up a couple of these. And then I packed her some, a couple of laundry pods and a couple of dish pods. You know, that whole bag didn't cost me more than a few dollars, and I'm going to send it to her, and it'll just mean a lot. I just think it'll go a long way for customer service. So that is one thing that I'm implementing from this point forward. I am going to send a thank you note to every customer. In fact, I'm going to go through my customer pod for those that haven't ordered in a very long time, and just send them a thank you note and say, you know, I appreciate your business, and if there's anything I can help you with, I hope you'll let me know. And maybe I'll send them a few samples to entice them to come back. But that's really all I have. I will sign off saying this, sign off, news anchor. When I was talking to my team member last week that called and said, you know, what are you doing? And I said, you know, you and I are cut from the same cloth. One thing I said to her is, you know, in the past, I felt like I had to be a news anchor when I did a live. And now I'm just Missy. That's it. Take it or leave it. You're getting what you get. I'm just Missy. So that is all from me. Cannot wait to hear from our next presenter, and y'all have a great night.
Well, oh well, I guess we see now what she's doing. And I do want to kind of say that I called her or spoke to her, I don't know, Thursday maybe. And I said, Missy, I said, I'd really love for you to go in the 90-day chat and, you know, share what you're doing. I mean, oh my gosh, girl, you are blazing it up. And she said, how about I wait and do it on the Monday call when I'm MVP? I said, hello, I know that's right. So I just have to say, Missy, I'm so dang proud of you. I wanted to say one more thing, and I don't know if I'm on to something or not. You guys can kind of see what you think about it, and maybe you can help me do some of this research. But, you know, I had a before and after picture that's floating around. Please don't judge now. But I'm having some folks reach out to me about that, and I can tell you that I'm doing a bottle of Pure, a whole bottle, and then my next bottle is a bottle of Skin. And then I'm doing a bottle of Pure, and then I'm doing a bottle of Skin. So I'm alternating back and forth between Pure and Skin. I'm not saying it's, you know, right, wrong, and different. I'm just saying I want to get the Skin part in, but I don't want to give up the Pure Matrix part of it for my discomforts and things like that, where I want to get the full effect of that. So if anyone else out there is experimenting with different ways of taking BioCell, please let me know what you're doing, and I will definitely keep you posted on the progress of what this is that I'm doing. Missy, love you. Cannot thank you enough for just freaking killing it and setting the pace for even going into this week. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to my buddy, Lisa Corcoran, who I just saw just a few hours ago. And she is going to introduce her lady and finish out this call.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay? You guys hear me? Okay. So first off, forgive what I look like. We literally were in a car for 14 hours. And I kid you not, I walked in the door, tinkled, and jumped right on here. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to see all your faces. When Dina was saying earlier about how we really do anticipate at least 5 to 7 new elites being with us next year, we weren't kidding. And I truly believe that the faces that are on this Zoom are going to be some of those faces. So I am excited to introduce our Philly MVP. This person is somebody that is just one of the most special people, one of the dearest friends that I have had. Now, we met in the other business. I'm not going to call it Walgreens because I don't get that, but you know what I'm talking about. Now, we met in the other business, and we were not a part of the same team, you guys. We were from the same market. We were both from the Philadelphia market, but we just became friends. And, you know, the cool thing was that we became friends for no reason other than friendship. Because as you know, when you become friends with somebody who's not a part of your own team, there's no financial tie to that person. And you just love them because you do. And that is exactly how I felt about this person. And when I learned about Modere, she was without a doubt one of the absolute first people that crossed my mind. I believed that when we met, that she and I were destined to do something together, and I didn't know what that was. And there was a point in time when we almost made a different business venture into more of a traditional business together. And I got cold feet at that last minute, and it didn't happen. And I'm kind of grateful. Aren't you grateful too that that didn't happen?
Yep.
But I want to just say that Renee Girafalco has been somebody that has been through a lot personally in the last year and a half. But one thing that has never, ever strayed or changed is her smile, her incredible positivity, and her love for her team, her ability to lead, her ability to always be that person that kind of helps hold things together. Do you know what I mean? You know how there's just always those people that make you feel calm and safe? That's Renee. So, you know, there's been a lot of going on. Renee just recently moved again, for the third move in a year. Okay. But you know what, you guys, she did not let her business suffer. Her business is still going. She's still working. She's still being Renee. She's still leading. She's still guiding, and she's still an incredible friend. So I'm going to stop talking, and I am going to let Renee Girafalco share how she is building this business and share what she is doing that earned her the MVP spot. Renee?
Hey, Lisa. Okay, make me cry right off the bat. Thank you so much.
Okay.
But you know how much I love you and how much I love everything that this is about. And I had no clue what to talk about. And so, of course, Lisa said, just tell your story. You'll be great. So that's what you're going to get. And with kind of a focus on positivity, definitely, persistence, not having any time, and life getting in the way. And when I talk about some of this, I hope I don't cry, because it has been an incredible year and a half. So forgive me if I do. But, for those of you who don't know me, my background is in nursing. I was a neonatal ICU nurse for 30 years. And people ask me all the time, why did you leave nursing? And I discovered it was a fabulous career, and I loved every minute of it. But even though I was a really great employee, I was a horrible employee, because I didn't like having to ask permission to take a day off. I didn't like to have to wait to see if my vacation was approved before I could buy a plane ticket. I wanted more. And I also know that as much as I love caring for people, which has definitely carried over into this business, $42 an hour for the rest of my life just wasn't going to make it. And not with the things that I want to do, and the things that I want to leave a legacy about. So, having joined this industry a very, very long time ago, I recognized that the capability is there when you're dealing with residual income that's not there with traditional business. So, I don't know if any of you have ever read the book Beach Money by Jordan Adler. If you haven't, you should. It's all about direct sales, network marketing, and it's a very quick, easy read, and you'll just love it. But I'm a lot like him. When he starts out the book, I think he said, the company that he finally made his wealth with was like his 10th company. Well, I've been in so many, I stopped counting. My first venture in this industry, believe it or not, was 28 years ago with none other than Nu Skin. So Robert Conley, hello. We had a nice little chat about that when I first met him. And some of them, I'll be very, very honest, I did just because I liked the products and I wanted a discount. And some of them I was like, yeah, I'm going to rock this. And, then I found out it just really wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. So when we joined Walgreens, and then transitioned over to Modere, which I'm forever, ever grateful for. And Lisa used to make fun of me all the time when we would talk in the other company, and I'd be like, I'm the most vain person you'll ever meet. But really my heart and my passion is in wellness. And so Modere obviously was a much better fit for me from that perspective. But I had the fear that people were going to think, oh my God, here she goes again. You know, I felt like I was a member of the NFL, the No Friends Left club. And then I spoke to a dear friend of mine who is very well-renowned salesperson. He has written multiple books on the issue, and I just wanted to pick his brain about it. Even though I was going to do it no matter what, I knew that right off the bat. But he said, oh, no, you've got the whole thing wrong. You've got, you know, you're thinking about this in the wrong way. We are fortunate to have you. You test the waters for us and bring us the stuff that's good, and the stuff that's not, you let go of and move on to something else. And I was like, okay, I think maybe I'm going to change. It's all up here. You just really do have to change how you think about things. And I will say that that absolutely has made a difference. Plus, being so passionate about the wellness aspect of it, I found that, you know, people were attracted to this, and they really do see your passion, and to let that shine is really, really important. Life gets in the way of everyone, and, you know, lots of people don't have a lot of time. I have another business. I have another job. I'm a displaced California girl that's been living in the cold for far too long. And we made the decision to make the shift to Modere January 1st of last year. 3 weeks after that, I left my marriage of 31 years. 3 weeks after that, I moved out of my house where I'd lived for 21 years with basically the clothes on my back, and have been a vagabond living in, this is my third move in the last year. But I'm finally settled, and I'm so grateful for that. There were a couple times over the past year where I literally sat on the floor and cried and said, oh my God, help me, I'm so tired. And God said to me, okay, finish crying because you do deserve it, then get up off your ass and do what you're supposed to do. And I did. And people came into my life, and circumstances came into my life that were meant to be. So that's not the oh poor me story. That's not anything other than hoping to inspire people that if this is what you really want, go for it. And it would have been a really, really easy thing for me at that point in time to just, you know, go back to a traditional nursing job for the security, but that's not what I wanted. I knew that's not what I wanted. I know that's not what my life is supposed to be about. So you pick yourself up, you turn yourself around, and you get going. Tips for people. A lot of this is going to kind of overlap what Miss Melissa from Federal Express had to say. I think that's absolutely adorable. So the positive attitude, absolutely. You know, we all have bad days. We all have we backslide a little bit. That happens in life. It happens in traditional business. It happens in this business. Don't let it get to you. Don't play the blame game. One of the things that I experienced over the multitude of different businesses is I had this habit of outlasting my sponsors. So that gets to be a bit challenging. From Lisa's shaking her head. That's not happening this time. I know. But, you know, you can blame people. You can blame your upline. You can blame your downline. You can blame lots and lots of things. But really what it all boils down to is you have to decide for yourself, is this where you're meant to be? Because if you start blaming other people, it's too easy to quit. So don't do that. Stay positive, take a break if you need to take a break, and then pick yourself up and get going again. Ask for help. That's what we're here for. Upline, downline, sideline, you know, we are all such, I mean, just the fact that these two teams are working so closely together, and it feels like one team, that's just such a beautiful thing. You don't get that a lot of places. So take advantage of it and ask for help. If you have a question, you know, figure out who to go to. There's lots and lots of experts in every field imaginable in both of these groups. Use the system. That's what it's there for, right? Shake your head, Lisa. Yep. Use the system. Keep dripping on people. You know, basically my theory is, unless they tell me to dry up and blow away, I'm going to keep checking in with them from time to time. And we've had a lot of people saying just this week in particular, oh my God, so-and-so popped up out of the woodwork. I haven't heard from them in 6 months. And now they're a lean body sculpting system or a BioCell customer. I got one who did both just today from watching a live video that I did the other day. So keep dripping on people and don't give up. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale. So many of us are afraid to do that. There's lots of different ways to do it. That's a whole nother training session that I'm sure there's a lot of other people that would be much better at it than I am. But, you know, I run little specials every once in a while, and it does work. Sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it does. Be a product of the product. So we've got lots of great different things, and you know, they're all fantastic, but you know, if we're not using them, we can't tell people how spectacular they are. And we know we can borrow stories from other people. You know, I don't use the toothpaste. It's okay to tell people that. You know, if somebody says, well, what do you think about that? You can say, well, I don't personally use it, but Lisa loves the stuff. She sells a ton of it. You know, let me let you talk to her. And now I have to echo Missy. Go live. It's uncomfortable. It's, you know, everybody has bad lives. Everybody feels like an idiot from time to time. But you know what? For the most part, that makes you real. That makes you relatable. And it definitely boosts your visibility and has people reaching out to you instead of the other way around. So bite the bullet and do it. There's only one first time that happens. And after that, it gets a little easier. And every time you do it, it does get easier. And, you know, like Missy said, don't worry about your hair and makeup being done. You know, she wears a hat. I look terrible in hats. So I put mine up in a ponytail and sometimes even put sunglasses on and pretend like I'm outside. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have. But I did want to share a little bit of this spot because we're talking about stick-to-itiveness, persistence, positive energy, and there is somebody on my team who exemplifies that to the nth degree. We've known each other for a really long time, and she is just such a dear friend, confidant, and you know, one of those people, like Dina was saying about Missy, she's one of those people that's there for you all the time, every time, no matter what. I call them 3 o'clockers. Call her at 3 in the morning and she'll pick up the phone for me. So, and I know that. So, Lisa Callahan, take it away. Where are you?
Am I on?
There you are.
Oh, hi. Well, thanks, Renee, for inviting me in for the persistence and energy. I'm so thankful to have this opportunity. I've been in a couple. I was never in Walgreens, but I was in a company with Renee, which I loved, but I never was successful in my own right. But I intend to, in this company, with this great team and the energy and all everybody's helping everybody. It's so awesome. And I appreciate all the help. And I'm I'm high energy and I'm coming in late, but I will. At the end of the day, I feel like I will at some point be the MVP. I'm working on that. So, trying to get my customers and trying to build a team. So I thank you, ladies. And Renee, I so respect you and I have so much gratitude, and thank you so much for inviting me into this group. And I've loved meeting all of you ladies. Thank you.
We're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Good job, Lisa. It was good to see you. Missy, you killed it. Renee, awesome, awesome work. Thank you. That was incredible. I'm really glad that you shared your story with everybody and just kind of let everybody know what this past year has looked like for you. And to know how well that you've done and the message that you sent me today, knowing that you hit your monthly goal already and we still have like another week to go. So it's like, all right, let's see how much further we can blow past it. So I want to wrap it up tonight and just say to everybody, I can't tell all of you how proud I am that you have been with us every single week and have stuck it out and persisted and been here. And I really think that in the last 5-6 days of this month that we're going to see some magic happen. And I am here to say that, you know, this week is going to be a really, really solid week. I cannot wait to see shout outs and rank advancements. And I just want to encourage you all to just really push yourselves and find one person, one other person. If it's somebody, if you have a team, find somebody on your team and link arms with them and find out what their goal is and encourage them to go for their goal this month too. If you don't have a team member, find somebody else. Who cares? Find
Hey, Lisa.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing I forgot to mention? And
Yeah.
what you just said really triggered that. There is a woman on our team who got her first social marketer this week after we've been working together, and I've been coaching her for about a month now. And there's no feeling that's better than watching somebody like that have some success. She said she's been in 2 other companies and this is the first team member she has ever signed on. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. And now she's totally on fire. It's awesome. Sorry to interrupt.
No, thank you for sharing that. And the reason why I wanted to say to you guys to find one person and grab them and encourage them this month is because in the car, in my 14-hour drive home, I had lots of time with my phone. And we have a new social marketer that joined our team 16 days ago, you guys. And he already has made enough money in his first month, first 16 days, to pay his car payment. Okay, I just made a post on Facebook about it. So if you guys want to go comment away, feel free. But he really wants the custom Nikes that are going on this month. And those custom Nikes are something that I'm working really hard for too, because my son wants them. And I really want to give them to my son because, you know, being a part of this is a family event. And we both need about the same amount of points. And I said to him, let's race. I'm going to race you to the Nikes. So I'm doing that. I'm linking arms with somebody that's brand new, and I'm doing that with him. So I want to encourage you guys to do that too. Find somebody and just whatever it is, put out some fun little challenge between the two of you. But just whatever it is, work it until the very end. We have so much month left, and we are really doing great this month. A lot of people are ahead of the game, and I'm just really proud of all of you. So great, great job. Dina, do you want to say anything, or are we good?
I think we're good. We have 1 spot left.
1 MVP spot left, you guys. Who is claiming next week? Last one. Who's getting it? So there you have it. So that's going to be how we close out the month. You guys have an awesome night. Renee and Missy, amazing job. Thank you. And we'll see you guys soon. Love ya.